in terms of looking after the elderly, we look at 3 levels of care. Firstly, the independent living people. And these are facilities such as retirement villages, senior citizens campus, retirement homes. That is one category. Now, for those on the other end of the spectrum, the dependent care, these are the facilities such as nursing homes where the high care is required. Now, in between these two, we have the semi-dependent care, and these are facilities such as assisted living facilities. So we have 3 levels of care depending on how mobile the patient is. But bear in mind that these 3 levels of care are not completely independent. They are interdependent, because at one moment in time, a resident of an independent living care may require semi-dependent care or even dependent care. So the best thing to think about the model is to have these 3 facilities integrated together.
Learn to be more productive and efficient so that we can provide better services but at affordable costs. But you need a critical mass. You need a mass to be able to do it. Now, so if the ecosystem is there, people can see it, then they can also invest. They invest in the human capital. You need specialists among the doctors, you need specialists among the nurses, and then you get different levels of workers that can help them in the home or in the community, and this may require, let's say, very advanced training or short-term training. But I think all that's possible to be done. And I think it can be done, particularly for the short-term training, reasonably quickly.
So what I'm saying is that if we kick off the industry, the whole ecosystem will start falling into place. Once the facilities start coming out, there will be a demand. People will come in and want to be trained, and then they will get the jobs, and then the training institutions will come in, and the financial institutions say, it's so successful.
Private sector is going to lead the way. There must be sufficient government incentives. There are a few at the moment now. UKAS, which is a private public partnership department within the Prime Minister's department, has in place loan facilities, and I think 1 or 2 aged care facilities have actually taken that loan. But apart from that, yes, tax incentives are very important, I think, and there are several tax incentives which one can think about, and this is to facilitate the construction and successful implementation of aged care facilities in this country.
The lower end market is very hard to target unless government subsidize, or unless it is undertaken by an NGO or a charitable foundation, or religious communities like the churches, they have their own homes. Yeah? That is social. Okay? For a business enterprise, I don't think they can go in there. Unless they work hand in hand with the government, unless they work hand in hand with some of these charitable foundations who are prepared to subsidize. So the main target is the middle income to the higher middle income. That group which is not rich enough to do everything, and which is more wealthy than those below them. So and that market is big, very big.
Of course, financing is a big issue for many reasons. One of them is that we don't even have a national healthcare financing scheme in place, and we're not sure when government is implementing that at all. But if we don't do something right now, I think we're not going to get going at all.
There must be return on investment. The government needs to step in with certain tax breaks, with subsidies, or with grants to get the sector going.
A lot of people are saying, hey, I'm also growing old. My parents are growing old. My aunts are growing old. And I can't find them any facilities that I can put them in. All I have is all those converted bungalows. And when you walk in there, the condition is atrocious. I think we as Malaysians deserve to age gracefully and with dignity.